Hello YouTube, Gecko Guy here. Just going to be doing a review on the Blade Nano QX, the micro quadcopter released by Blade. I bought the Red to Fly version. They also have a bind and fly version, so if you have your Spectrum Radio, JR, Futaba, you can bind that to that as well. So the bind and fly version, I believe, is $70, so $69.99 MSRP. This one is $89.99 from my hobby town, USA. All right. So, without further ado, let's open this up. I already did an unboxing video. This is just your manual. I'm just gonna show what you get again. You also get a spare set of blades, wherever that may be in here. So you know what, let's talk about the quad a little bit. Palm of your hand, that's how small it is. So unlike the common Hubsan X4 or the Traxxas QR1, this quadcopter actually has the blades in the correct orientation. So forward is actually where the yellow is. And what I do like about it is you get a spare canopy. Hey, I'm in Wisconsin, green and yellow, that's Packers. Woo! Didn't see that coming, did ya? Alright, and the stock battery is a 150 mile LiPo. And I know I'm probably going to get some crap for being a Packers fan, but oh well. I also bought 3 spare LiPos, 160 mile LiPo, G-Force, 30C actually, and this 1S is 25C, so I get a little bit extra punch there. These LiPos are dirt cheap. They were like $1.62 on valuehobby.com. Your Spectrum Radio, it's your standard 4-channel, forward, back, aileron, throttle up, down, turn left, turn right. I don't know like the proper name, this is just turn left, turn right, bank left, bank right, forward, and back. And you got your trims for each of those settings. And then you got 4 AA's, and they actually include it too. That's actually really nice. And unlike the Hubsan and all that, you gotta unscrew it. This one, just flip it right in. Alright, so let's talk about the quad here. These motors, come on, focus. These motors can actually be, you can actually pull them out of the board instead of the soldering it like the Hubsan. It's just quick, maybe couple of minute fix. And let me show you how really flexible this thing is. It actually takes crashes like a champ. I'm like a dummy when it comes to flying, so I crash a lot. But this thing has held up. I've had no durability issues, and I've put 20 packs through this. I did manage to bend one of the blades, but I was able to just bend that back and it was flying no problem. One thing to note is hair likes to get caught in the rotors. I don't know how, but it just does. So on each crash, I want you to just inspect your rotors, check for the buildup of hair, and it's pretty simple to pop the blade on and off. You can just pull it, get that hair off of there, and then put it back on. Alright, there we go. And some of you veteran pilots would be like, well, flexibility, that makes it less stable in the air. Well, actually, it's pretty stable in the air. I would prefer to have something more durable than something that's like a tank in the air. The canopy, I am starting to rip mine. That's from all the crashes it took. And sometimes when you crash it, the canopy likes to pop off with these little, I guess they're grommets or O-rings that hold the body on. But you just put it back on. It's not too big of a deal. Alright, why don't I go ahead and take the canopy off. Expose the board for you. I have no clue what any of this means. All I know is that it makes Gecko Guy really happy to fly it. And a lot of you are probably wondering, well, how long are the flights? Well, it really depends on your flight characteristics. This is a micro quadcopter, so you can't really take it outside in heavy winds, but you know, the flight times, I've been averaging about 6 or 7 minutes on the stock 150 mile LiPo, and then the 160 mile LiPo actually gives me like an extra 10 or 20 seconds. Not too terribly much extra. You know, these blades are actually pretty durable. I haven't really nicked them just because that is how good this little bumper cage or whatever you want to call it. It's it's a nice design, and it really does its job. And some of you might be like, $90. I don't know if I want to spend that when the hub sand is so cheap. But actually, you're getting a good quality RC here. I really like it. I think it was a great buy overall. So it's a perfect quad for just getting into the flying hobby. Well, in the flying world, I shouldn't really say hobby. So well, let's see what else. Anything else I need to mention? And right out of the box, I did not have to trim it at all. In fact, every flight, I don't think I had to trim it much. I think I had to put a little bit of trim on when I installed the G-Force batteries, because these are actually a considerable amount shorter. Well, actually, not too much shorter, but it might throw off this center of gravity just a tad bit. Also, I wouldn't go much higher than these 160 mile LiPos. I know there's like 190 mile, but I'll show you that it really can't take much more than 160 mile or this stock LiPo. And red dot goes to red dot. I'm sure you could probably fit it in, but it would probably really affect how it flies and probably make throttle or the climb really slow. And that's another thing. This is actually 3D capable, so unlike the hub sand where it's like you flick right left on the throttle, this you actually can do yourself. You know, you can make it flip by going up on the throttle and then doing a loop that way, just like you would on a 4-channel plane. It's very similar to that, and you can do barrel rolls, corkscrews, you know, bank turns, 90. But the thing with the high rates, you have to be, I would recommend you be in a large gym or some place that's got a really nice tall ceiling, because it does need a considerable amount of space for flipping inside. I would not recommend you use the high rates indoors. Well, not high rates, but like the expert mode indoors or whatever they call it. The normal one is stability mode, and you know, you click that down. This is for ready to fly guys. That goes to the expert mode. Click this, it goes to the other rates, and yep, see, it'll blink like that, and that's the other rates. I believe that's high rates, not too sure on that. I don't have the battery in, so I can't really remember. But you know what, why don't I get a short flight in there for you guys. Sorry I was talking a lot. I would do a narrative while flying, but I do not have a mic anymore, so I can't really do a narrative while flying. So sit back, relax, you know, grab a soda or something, and watch it fly.
Whoa, wait.
That only sits in the head.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Alright, so a couple things I forgot to mention. This little red blinking light, that's the low voltage detection. That just means that the LiPo battery is depleted of its energy. So this low voltage detection actually does a great job. It'll let you know when the battery's done. It'll drop out of the air and say, "Hey, I'm out of battery life. It's time to charge me up." And I would say don't do more than 2 flights on it, and then you got to let the motors cool down. Because I did notice, like, if I put 3 packs in, or if I didn't notice it was clogging up with hair, it would overwork the motors and they'd become a little hot to the touch. So you just want to let them cool down a bit. And you know, they do give you spare rotor blades. You know, they got the parts for it. You know, just simple unplugging, replugging in. And I want to say thank you to my hobby town for having this in stock. I was looking all over for it. And also, I'd like to say good job, Blade. You guys did a great job. And a big shout out to Horizon Hobby out there. This was a great product, and it's really a quality product for the money. And I would recommend you guys pick one up, you know, shop on eBay, pick one up at your local hobby store, at your Hobbytown USA especially, because look at right here, it's got the Hobbytown USA sticker on it. So, nicely done, Blade. Comment, like, and subscribe. You guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. It'll keep these nice videos coming along towards you. So, make sure to hit that thumbs up, leave a like. I'd appreciate it if you subscribe. Tell your other friends to subscribe, and thank you and goodbye.